So, you've discovered the Yamaha TW200. You like the looks of it, you like the stance of it, you really like the fat tires that it has, but maybe you've got a few more questions. Maybe you want to know a little bit more about the TW. Well, you're in luck because this is going to be the beginner's guide to the TW200 community. Hey, Matt here, and welcome to another Mob Street video. Now tonight I'm out here with my 2019 TW200, and like I stated before, this is going to be a beginner's guide on how to get into the TW community. 10 years ago, I really started to learn about the TW200 when I was working on one for a friend of mine. And when I first got on the bike and took off, I was immediately impressed with it. I loved how sturdy it was. I loved how low to the ground it was. I just loved the stance of it, the feel of it, everything about it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And not until I bought this one in March of 2019 did I really get more and more into the TW world. When I first got this one, my brother and my brother-in-law were like, hey, you need to do a review on the TW. Didn't really think much of it, but thought, okay, you know, I'll do why I bought it, why I wanted it. And if you want to see that video, I'll put the link to it right up here. It's pretty rough. So that was my review though on the 2019 TW200. I really didn't know where to go to learn more about it. I didn't really know what to do when it came to asking questions. So to get yourself familiar with the bike, the very first thing that I would recommend is the owner's manual and a service manual. So the owner's manual is going to give you all the basics. The service manual is going to go into more detail about the bike, what to do with it if something goes wrong, how to change parts out, your maintenance schedule, all those sorts of things. The other things I kind of stumbled upon as I went. I found a whole bunch of different places where I can learn more about the TW. One of the first places that you can look outside of your owner's manual and your service manual, we're going back to the original old school, the TW200 Forum. There is a ton of information about the TW200 on the TW200 Forum. Now, like I said, there's been a ton of questions that have been asked. There's been, you know, different parts, different mods, different things that you can do to it. Pretty much every question that you might have about the TW, you can find on the TW200 forum. So if you don't have the bike yet, like I said, don't worry. You can still find out as much as you want about the bike. The second place that I stumbled upon later, when I first started this, I did not have a Facebook page, but I do now. And one thing that I found is within Facebook, there are a ton of different groups that you can join concerning the TW200. There's the TW200 World, TW200 Riders, and whatever state you're in, there's probably going to be a group of TW riders in your state. And again, just like the forum, if you have questions, if you have concerns, throw it up on that page and guaranteed you'll get a ton of different answers on whatever topic your question is about. And if you're on Instagram, you can just use the hashtag TW200 and a whole bunch of stuff is gonna pull up and you can go in and go, okay, this looks like something that I'm interested in. I'm just telling you how I got into it. So this is just me coming from scratch, stumbling across these things as I came and went. I've been making videos about the TW. So another great source is YouTube. Obviously what you're watching right now, this is a great way to find out about the TW. There are a lot of different videos on the TW out there. There's a bunch of different channels. So if you're wondering, will it do good in the sand? I did a video in the sand and it kind of took me for a ride. If you want to find out specifics about the TW, if it's good off-road, if it's good in the sand, if it's good for a commuter, you know, there's all those different questions that you might have. YouTube is an excellent source on the TW200 community. This is a great bike if you're just brand new to motorcycling. This is a perfect beginner bike to start on. Within each of those sources that I just gave you, the forum, the Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, the cool thing about it is if there's a specific question that you don't or haven't been able to find an answer to, you can go on to any of these videos and you can type that question in the comments, and I'm inviting you. If you have a question, things that you want to know about the TW that you haven't found yet, put them in the comments down below and I'll do my best to answer them. That's what I've got for you on how to get into the TW200 community. Now, obviously, those are not all the ways, but hopefully that'll help build somewhat of a foundation for you to get into the community, to get your questions asked. And again, if there are any questions, comments, put those down below. The great thing about it is each one of us has our own specific imagination on what we can do to the TW200. So again, my personal invitation to you to join the TW200 community, and I'm going to call her there. This is my 2019 TW200. I'm Matt, this is Mob Street, and thanks for watching.